And many of you have been giving us a lot more messages, just also because we've been enticing you, whetting your appetite to make sure that you know what we know, or also you are getting trendy based on what is getting a lot more trendier as far as we're concerned on the subject of Anas and his own investigative report on perceived corruption in the judiciary. There's been left, right, center, the throwing on about allegations, etc., and some injunctions that are likely to be served or have been tried unsuccessfully to be served on Anas himself and his whole management team, that's Taga IPI.
Yeah.
And when you go on social media, it's interesting, Mamavi.
Yeah. We've got some other interest. I don't know, everybody wants to be like Anas because people are taking different kind of photos. We're going to bring you a few of them on social media. But
you know my position on it. I'm saying if there's an injunction, it shouldn't be shown. If there's not, why not? Just go ahead.
So the injunction will be exactly what? Because
I will be in favor of it not being shown.
I don't know. Do you want it shown or not? Not. You don't want it shown. Why?
I'm not against it being shown, but if it's not shown too, I'm more than happier.
Do you watch scary movies?
No, I don't like thrillers.
Because you're talking, you sound like it.
Oh, it's not because I'm scared, but it's just the thought of watching a thriller. I just vampire movies and horror movies.
Is it if an injunction is placed on the Accra International Conference Center because it's part of the
but you know he can change the venue at the last
no, that's what I'm saying. I mean, are you saying we shouldn't show it at all, or you're saying let's not do it at the conference center? I mean, I don't know. Then he has to go all out.
I'm saying I'll be happier. I'll be happier if it's not shown, as far as we're concerned. But we have a number of questions that we've been asking you on social media. That what do you feel? Because it's almost like a virus, and corruption, we're told, is always a threat to our society. We've found a number of surveys that have indicated the perception levels of Ghanaians about what they think about what corruption is, and also efforts of Anas to make sure that the whole canker is nipped in the bud.
Yeah, we'll continue with Anas, but let's do. You remember I was talking about Kofi Awono, and
yes, you were.
I was even thinking 1 year, but it's been 2 years already. You know, when he was shot at the Westgate Mall in Kenya, there were activities to mark the 2-year anniversary. So on Saturday, September 21st, Ghanaian poet Kofi Awono was shot dead at Nairobi's Westgate Mall by terrorists. His main reason for being in that country was to attend the Story Moja Festival, a gathering of creative minds to celebrate ideas and culture. Now, the Westgate Mall was closed to the public since the incident happened some 2 years ago and was reopened in July this year. Ghanaians remember that incident because we lost an illustrious son in that tragedy. But how about the people of Kenya? How are they feeling 2 years on as they brood over their loss? We're being joined via phone now by the BBC's Kevin Mochuru. Kevin, good morning. Forgive me if I didn't pronounce your second name right.
No, that's fine. Absolutely fine. But I'm a former journalist with the BBC, just to clarify that.
Okay, very well. So how are Kenyans taking it 2 years on after that sad incident?
I mean, it was surprisingly a very muted affair yesterday. There was a hashtag going on Twitter, hashtag Westgate 2 years on, but there wasn't much fanfare. The major supermarket that's located within the Westgate Mall, I think had lit candles for that. But generally, there wasn't some coverage in the press, but there wasn't much coverage to sort of remember what happened 2 years on. I know a few friends who did go into the mall to do regular activities, and they said it was quiet. It was a lot more. It was quiet, not just yesterday, but the day before. It was empty. There are people seem to disappear away from the mall.
Does it mean Kenyans are beginning to forget what happened 2 years ago?
I think you can't forget. Every time you think of Westgate, that's the first thing that comes to your mind. You know, the security barriers around the building, the Israeli security forces. You can't forget. There are a number of people who would like to see some form of remembrance or plaque or something within the Westgate Mall, which will help people move on and honor the memories of the people who lost their lives during that unfortunate incident 2 years ago. But there is nothing. I personally haven't even been inside the mall, and I've chosen not to go inside the mall. And there's so many people, I wouldn't say so many people, but I know that many others like that who would rather go to other shopping malls and not to the Westgate because of the memories that it holds. An interesting tale yesterday came from a friend of mine who said, you know, every time he goes in, he gets pictures of blood that was still there, and you know, and people have funny recollections like that. There's someone else is saying looks like there's ghosts around there. So people really can't forget, because when you think of Westgate, you don't just remember the great shopping experience and the fun times that we had there, but you also remember what happened 2 years ago. So tragic, it could have happened to any of us who did frequent the Westgate Mall.
Sure. That's interesting, because I was just going to ask if the public is patronizing the newly opened mall now. But how about security in other malls? We've heard of some security alerts in recent times. Hello, Kevin?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Sure.
Yeah, that's not just the Westgate Mall, but in all the malls, you get security checks, you get scanners, guards with body scanners just before you enter the mall. Any mall in Nairobi these days, you just can't walk in freely. And every time you do go into Nairobi, there's always that at the back of your head. So most malls, most public venues have enhanced or beefed up their security, so you really can't get away from it.
All right, Kevin, we'll leave it here. I'm sure we will talk another time on, you know, a subject that will bring smiles and not bad memories.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Can we just, Kevin, just before you leave, can we talk about Story Moja? You know, that festival that, you know, Kofi Awono was attending when he died. Can you tell us a little bit about this festival?
Yeah, I was there on the Saturday of the festival. It is for those who are creative and like literature and the arts. The Story Moja is still a key event to attend. It has great thinkers. It has a cross section of Pan-African talent that does come to the festival. I enjoy it because it sort of gets my creative juices going, and you meet like-minded individuals. So it did take place over the last 3 to 4 days over the weekend, and yeah, it was fun when I did attend it.
All right, thank you very much for your time, Kevin. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right, so that's Kevin Muchuri, and he used to work for the BBC as a reporter.
Kevin Muchuri there. And very insightful happenings as to what the mood is and what people's perception really is about the incident 2 years ago. It's just that in many respects, for our societies, people tend to forget about a lot of things, and in Africa we're not as emotional as other parts of the world. Really.
But you know, Kevin did say that people haven't forgotten, because you know, he mentions a friend who says when he goes there he sees blood. I mean, even though the place is new, they put up a whole new structure and everything, but the memories. And he, for instance, doesn't like to go to that particular mall. He can go to any other mall but that particular mall. It will be hard. I mean, you might even want to forget it if you could, but I can imagine that you can't. It will be very difficult. I think about it, you know, every now and then when I think that, you know, our own Kofi Awono was there, and that's where he died. I mean, you couldn't imagine. This is Africa. How could this have happened somewhere in Africa?
Well, I guess it's the current world in which we live in, so to speak. But back to the subject of social media and how many of you are interacting on it as far as we're concerned.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to be bringing you those pictures shortly. And it will be on your screens. I don't know. Roland says Are you sure you didn't see a dog and yam? Because I saw dog and yam.
Was it a dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought I saw it.
Oh, we're on social media now. I don't know. If somebody came to you and was buying something that you were selling looking like that, what would you do? It's making the woman smile. Ghanaians are taking this. It's interesting how we turn everything around, you know.
Oh, look at me.
Oh, we're also trending. This is Clara B. Atokwamina, Hazel, Komla, Kluche, Komla, Adum, Ace, Anna.
These people they were copied, or how do you
are they liking it or something?
The Facebookers, how do you call this one? They were tagged.
Yeah, somebody.
Okay, that's tagging.
So we're trending as well. Amazing.
We're trending on the page of Clara Biere, Atokwamina, Hazel, Komla Kluche, my own friend Komla, and Komla Adum, as well as Ace Ananankuma. Adum Ace. Okay, all right. So
more pictures that you can check out. More pictures that you can check out. Okay, look at that. The future leaders are masking too against corruption and injustice. Yeah. What about you? Oh my God.
This one looks like the same thing we used, right? How come?
No, but this is a whole, it's a movement, man. Hello, wake up. It's a movement. Can somebody tell him, look at that. Akosa, Solomon, Akosa says, I have mine.
It's funny, eh? Hey.
Oh!
I saw a sponge one, not this one though.
This is a towel and a sponge.
Yeah, I think this young man is going to bath.
How creative.
He was about to take his bath then. Yes. Do we have any?
If you've got any interesting pictures you want to show us,
you guys.
He's on his way to the court, I guess.
Trending. Yes. What a way to be more popular than the way you already are.
And somebody wants to stop this.
I think it can be stopped using the proceedings in law.
I don't know. They're just fighting a losing battle. Social media, you can't stop social media.
You never know. You never know. You never know.
You can't. Listen, the video will be trending on WhatsApp.
Don't we have more? Is that all? Don't we have more? I think the producers are feeling reluctant to give the viewers what they want.
Okay, listen, we'll be right back after this. Stay with us.